I know I've shown this in previous videos. It's been a while back though, but this is my side garage. Essentially, this vehicle used to have an Onan 7000 generator in here. So this grill used to be wide open. You can see the stuff in here. I've actually insulated that and just taped it up. Nothing fancy, doesn't show. And there's a little lock mechanism. This is not insulated, but it helps with that because I'm not putting a generator that's running in here. I have my dual propane tanks here. Propane on the bottom, propane on the top. When the one on the top is empty, I can just plug right into the bottom one and pull the other one out and fill it when I need to. This is my gravity water fill. Don't mind the mess. It's just stuff's tucked in here. But this is my gravity water fill. And this is all storage, odds and ends, this, that, and the other. But I've pulled the majority of everything out of here for the project we are working on today. Here, see if we can get that. There's a ring. This, where's it at? $1. Some sort of baking apparatus from a thrift store. And what I want to do is to cut it. I want to cut it in half. So that's what I'm going to work on. It's just aluminum, it's not very strong. A few rough edges, have to be careful with that. Okay, there we go. That is cut, and that's just a pair of snips. On to the next step. I'm working on getting this down to a smaller circle, and then where they overlap, I'm going to cut that again so that it's smaller and better size to fit my needs. Now I've got to cut a square out of one of these guys, and then that may overlap a little better. This will all come together at the end. It should make a little more sense. But this is what we have. One more snip. I'm going to take this top rounded over edge. I'm going to cut that out. I'll do that off screen, but I'm going to cut that little piece out. Okay, that's cut out. Now we can come together something more like this and try to put a screw in that to hold that together. See if I can do this on screen. May not be able to. I'm going to go through one layer and try to get that in there. Okay, there's one layer. Now I have to try to get the back piece to line up on there and try to keep it in the frame of the camera. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm going to do this off screen where I can prop that, but I'm going to drill through the second one and make this ring complete. There we go. You essentially have a ring with a notch cut out. And this is right here is what my pot will sit on top of this. Okay, I've marked a spot to drill. This is the mounting screw. It will actually go in from the bottom. So I've got to work on drilling that hole out. See if this works on here or if I need to put it on level ground. That's giving me a little pilot. This drill bit is too large, but I wanted to use that little pilot tip on it to get it started, and we have. So now I'm going to come back with a smaller screw. And by screw, I mean drill bit. The thing about drilling through metal, which a lot of people don't know about drilling through metal, is you drill slow. You don't drill at high RPMs. Through metal, you actually go slower. In wood, you can go faster, high RPMs, but drilling in metal, lower RPM is better. So it looks like my drill bit was not tight in the truck, so I will fix that and come back to you so I don't break the drill bit. Okay, that's gone all the way through, but it's too small, so I'm going to come in here with my step drill and bring it out to the size I need. That may be it. It may not. It's close. A little larger. I'll come back to you once I'm done with this. Hole is done. We've got our little bolt 10mm socket. And we come over to here. That center right here is where that screw goes. That secures this to the table surface. It's worth noting this is in a vehicle, so things move, things bounce. I will be putting a little bit of the thread locker. I will put a little bit in the hole and a little bit on the screw just to make sure we've got good coverage. And I will screw this into that hole that's hiding, and I'll get right back. And it's tight. This is now secured to the surface. It isn't going to move anywhere. Let's see, where is our ring? This is what we are making with our ring. This sets around here. And then your frying pan sits on that. Looks pretty sturdy. Let me run through a few more things. Check out my gas line. All that good fun stuff. Okay. There's our regulator going to the gas can. There's a gas line coming in through here. And this goes to the burner. So we will turn this on. I hear gas. Come over here, see if I blow up. And we have fire. This has a valve on the end. Controls whatever the heck it controls. I think I may have it over tightened because it's not moving. I'll look at that later. But here, there's your frying pan. And we're cooking. Okay, here we go. There's a regulator. There's your hose coming through. This actually attaches with just a pair of clamps. And there's my little stove. As you can see, I put a bunch of air ventilation holes in there. When I put the pan on, I think the height of this was putting the fire out, but it also has an air vent valve here. So between the regulator, this, and then I put a bunch of holes. My hands are filthy, sorry. Put a bunch of holes in there. You can see I've got the gas down really low, but it is on. You see that faint little blue there? It is on. This sets on here, and we're ready to cook. I don't know if having this sitting right beside my gas can is safe, but I haven't blown up yet. Wish me luck, guys. I am going to try to set this thing up. This will be the first time actually setting this up. I'm going to try to do this on camera, and yeah, we're at 0. See how long it takes me to set this thing up from basically door closed to being ready to cook. I'm going to see how long this takes. And go. Go. Why did it not go? Start. Why is the start button not working? That didn't work. I've switched it from timer to stopwatch. So, are we ready? Let's see if this works. Start. Okay, we're ticking. Shovel is out because it's in the way of me looking at my regulator. This holds in for a second. I've got 2 clamps. 1, 2. Set this up. Drop this in. Set this here. Spin the clamp. The clamp is just a little longer than I would like it to be, so it's kind of slow turning it because this has this tray on the front or on the back. Off just a little bit. There we go. Give me a minute. I can keep it centered. First one's good enough. I'm going to need 2. Clamps are taking a little longer than I envisioned that they would. Maybe I can find some smaller ones that'll fit in the gap a little better. Clamp, clamp. That's good there. Okay. Regulator out. Regulator screwed in. Turn the gas cylinder on. Gas cylinder is on. This is good. Add a lighter. There's the lighter. There's that. Regulator. Regulator on. And we have fire. Let's see if we can read that. 2 minutes, 44 seconds. Outside stove is on and ready to cook. Look at all that mess. I like it. I don't care what you say. But go ahead, comment. Tell me how terrible it is, how I'm doing it wrong, all that good fun stuff. I love constructive criticism if it's, constructive. I've dressed it up a little bit. Here's our table to work off of. I hid some of the ugly things. Van still needs a bath. Can't really hide that very well. But here you have your stove, and here's your little water jug. Little outdoor kitchen. Sets up in less than 3 minutes. And then I can start cooking. Quick recap on my outdoor kitchen. The base for that you may recognize, depends on what you eat out. It's a garbage can topper at, I think it was a Chipotle. Did I pronounce that right? They received new dumpsters, garbage cans, whatever you want to call them, inside the restaurant. They were throwing that away, so I kept it. And it works great for my rig because I've got that side door with that flat surface. You wouldn't, it would be hard for anyone watching this to duplicate that exact setup. It would be a challenge finding one of those and different things. But I just wanted to make a video of it, kind of give you an idea of something that can be done. I I have $40 in that combined for everything. Of course, I got that part for free, and the burner unit was somewhere around $30, something along those lines. That was an Amazon find, and it's just things thrown together. The way that I have the propane hooked up into there is just temporary for this video. I do have the dual propane tank set up, but I only use one at a time, so I will be getting a splitter so that I can run 2 hoses off of that, one going to this outside kitchen setup and the other one goes into the vehicle for my propane needs in there. But it's I don't know if I can stress the importance of it, but having some sort of outside cooking is really important, because these the vans, especially during summertime, they get hot. You turn a stove on the side of one of these things, and I mean, they heat right up real quick. It's great in the winter because while you're cooking, you also warm your rig. But during the summertime, it makes you not want to cook. It's too hot to do it inside. So whether that's building a contraption like I did because I had those parts to begin with, or going to a big box store or Amazon or whatever and buying a little $20 butane stove, whatever your plan is, or whatever your needs are, you definitely don't want to go into this not having some way to cook outside when it's hot. Otherwise, you will be just miserable. Talk to you later.